10 additional invites to the funeral of Queen Elizabeth II have been allocated for a group of everyday Australians. Australian of the Year Dylan Alcott is among the 10 Australians who will travel to London for the official funeral service on Monday, alongside Prime Minister Anthony Albanese and Governor-General David Hurley. Prime Minister Anthony Albanese said Buckingham Palace requested 10 everyday citizens who had made meaningful contributions to their communities to be invited. Celebrated horse trainer Chris Waller, best known for training 4-time winner of Australian Horse of the Year, Winx, is among them. Read more, day-by-day guide from now until the Queen's funeral. We would like to think that Her Majesty would be particularly pleased that Chris Waller has been chosen, Albanese said. He also trained Her Majesty's gelding chalk stream. Danny Abdallah has also been invited. The Sydney father lost his 3 children, Sienna, 8, Angelina, 12, and Anthony, 13, and their cousin Veronique Soccer, 11, in a horror crash while they were getting ice cream in 2020. He and his wife Layla forgave the drug and alcohol-affected driver, and founded I Forgive Day to help others who have suffered in a similar way. Retired police officer Kim Smith joined the Rotary Club and has made a name for himself through his volunteer work. Read more, what we know about plans for the Queen's funeral. Kim oversaw the formation and management of Reclaim, which organizes sporting activities for street youth becoming clean, as well as the Young Women's Program, mentoring teenage girls who are survivors of abuse and neglect, a statement from the Prime Minister's office, PMO, said. Aboriginal elder Dr. Miriam Rose Onkunmerbumanayam has also been honored with an invite. The renowned artist, activist, writer and public speaker was the Northern Territory's first fully qualified Indigenous teacher. She later became the principal of the Catholic school in her home community before being appointed to the government's National Indigenous Council. Read more, everything you need to know about Australia's National Day of Mourning. The Ngāi Nambiyu woman was awarded a Member of the Order of Australia Medal in 1998 for service to the community and named Senior Australian of the Year in 2021. Everyday invites also include refugee and multiculturalism advocate Saba Abraham. She was integral in preventing the spread of COVID-19 in Queensland, gathering leaders from culturally and linguistically diverse communities to ensure public health messages were translated in a timely manner. Founder of Sober in the Country Shanna Wan, who shared her harrowing journey to sobriety, will also attend. She is creating radical social impact and change around how we discuss and use alcohol in rural Australia, the PMO said. Young South Australian of the Year Dr. Trudy Lynn has been extended an invite to the historic event. As the youngest of only 20 practicing specialists in Australia's special needs dentistry sector, Dr. Trudy Lynn provides oral health care to people with disability, psychiatric illness, and complex medical issues such as cancer, the PMO said. She also treats people experiencing homelessness and domestic violence. Senior Australian of the Year Val Mai Dempsey, better known as Val, is one of the ACT's most committed and longest-serving volunteers. In 2020, Val faced her biggest challenge yet as a St. John ambulance volunteer, first with the Black Summer bushfires, followed by the COVID-19 pandemic, the PMO said. In response, she led 40 fellow volunteers as they supported fire-affected communities during the emergency that stretched over many weeks. She met the Queen virtually alongside Alcott earlier this year. Alcott made the Queen laugh in a video call in June, when he made a joke about his Wimbledon success. Read more, Dylan Alcott makes Queen laugh in sweet video call. Unfortunately, won a couple of Wimbledon titles, beat some Great Britain players, which I was happy about but maybe you weren't so happy about. Alcott then told the monarch the reason he gets out of bed every day is to change perceptions so people living with disabilities can get out and live the lives they deserve to live. Dylan is a world-class athlete who over his esteemed career has won multiple Paralympic gold medals in 2 sports, tennis Grand Slams, and in 2016 became the first athlete with a disability to win Tennis Australia's highest individual honour, the Newcombe Medal. In 2009, Dylan was awarded a Medal of the Order of Australia for his service to sport as a gold medalist at the Beijing 2008 Paralympic Games. The final everyday Aussie invited to the Queen's funeral is Western Australia's 2021 Australian of the Year Professor Helen Milroy. Read more. Strict rules in place for saying farewell to the Queen. Milroy was Australia's first Indigenous doctor and has been a pioneer in researching and training in the field of Aboriginal and child mental health. Helen has played a key role on numerous mental health advisory committees and boards, including the National Mental Health Commission, and was appointed as Commissioner for the Australian Government's Royal Commission into Institutional Responses to Child Sexual Abuse from 2013 to 2017. Return Services League, RSL, President Greg Mellick will attend to represent one of the Queen's long-standing patronages. Australia's acting High Commissioner to the United Kingdom Lynette Wood was the first Australian to have met with King Charles III since his accession. She will also attend the funeral with Albanese and Hurley's partners. I was able to convey personally to their Majesties the condolences of the government and people of Australia, she said. Read more. Tears as royals emerge from Balmoral after Queen's death. The coffin will move south and eventually lie in Westminster Hall before a procession to Westminster Abbey for the state funeral, which is expected to start on Monday around 10:50 a.m., 7:50 p.m. Est. Queen Elizabeth's coffin has left her Balmoral castle in the Scottish Highlands and been taken to Holyrood House in Edinburgh, before a procession to St Giles Cathedral where her hearse was escorted by her 4 children.